right, we're back.
We're back.
Episode 2. I had to take midterms, so it took us a while to record another. But we made it.
We made it.
And we have a lot of stuff to inform everybody about.
We do.
We do. There's a whole slew of things that we need to tell everyone about.
Like what?
Most importantly, I got glasses.
You did. He got glasses.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you look like Clark Kent.
Clark Kent.
With red hair.
The
and blue
model
eyes.
DC superhero. It's such bullshit. There's not one Marvel superhero that could wear glasses.
I was going to say Supergirl, but that doesn't work either, does it?
They're related.
You kind of
It's
look
the
more like
same.
Supergirl than Superman, to be honest.
I'll take it, honestly. I'd rather be Kara Danvers.
I think it's the hair color and the eyes.
Yeah.
Because Clark Kent, he has like black hair.
It's not my figure.
And your figure. Your girlish figure.
She's strong, man. Just like Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So I'm super strong.
you also look like Where's Waldo when you have a hat on and those glasses.
I'm either a DC superhero or no one can find me. I'm invisible.
Poor thing.
I don't know if that's worth the clarity of vision, honestly.
I don't really even think... Honestly? Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I don't think you need glasses.
I don't need glasses. It helps a little bit.
Whatever. You was being so dramatic earlier. When I was standing at the top of the stairs, you looked at me with your glasses on, and then you took them off, and you were like, oh, blurry. And then put them on. Oh, she's clear. And I'm like, shut up. I didn't say anything, but shut up.
When I have my glasses on and then I take them off, my vision's terrible for like 5 seconds.
Oh my God. It's not even terrible. You're fine.
Everything's just a blob. And then I refocus and everything's okay again.
When I put your glasses on, it doesn't even do anything for me.
Well, that's because you barely have eyeballs.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, shit. All right, so we had like a little bit of a technical difficulty. Try your microphone now.
Okay. I don't see
Yours
anything
is-
happening.
It's still super quiet. All right. I think that's better now.
Okay.
Fingers crossed. Third try is a charm. Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm, idiot.
I need one more try at saying that.
I feel-
Third time's a charm.
I feel like we should probably take this part out, but Jake feels like we should keep it, so
No, just keep that shit in.
I'm pretty sure it sounds goofy and ghetto, but if that's what you want, that's what you want. It's your
I'm
show.
going to take this part out where you're talking shit about my decision to leave that in.
I need them to know that this was not my decision.
What they need to know is you don't have eyeballs.
Oh, yeah,
You-
that's right.
I think that 80% of your vision comes from the fact that there are glasses sitting on your face.
It's like 90% of my vision.
It has nothing to do with the whites or your iris or your pupil or
the
anything like
sclera.
that. The sclera. None of that is important. Yours don't function. They're mostly there for show. And they're pretty,
Aw, thank you.
but
They're decorative.
they're just decorative, like a hood ornament.
It's like the most useless.
Your glasses are there to press the buttons behind your ears that make sight come out.
Oh, okay. Now you're just getting weird. But at least they're useful. At least I pay money for something that's useful, and you pay money for what? For
Oh.
nothing.
Okay, so it's the difference in my glasses is like if it's a sunny day outside and you have a baseball hat on, it like kind of keeps the sun out of your eyes, but not all the time, right?
I
Just
don't really have
sometimes.
very much experience with baseball caps.
Well, it only covers, you have to be like facing towards the sun and it has to be at an angle to give shade to your face.
Oh.
Now, if I were
thank
if I
you
were
for
to give
explaining
you-
that to me.
if I were to give you sunglasses,
Yeah.
oh, that would be like a little bit easier than wearing a baseball cap.
I can't wear sunglasses because I have glasses on.
Yeah.
So I really don't care about this metaphor.
But you refuse to get the transitions.
Because that's so fucking lame.
Why is it lame?
You see people with transitions. They look like nerds.
They have glasses on. They're already nerds.
Jake, shut up. No, they're not. They can be cool. Like me.
Yeah, I can take mine off to assimilate into a much cooler crowd. You're stuck.
My crowd is exclusive and you can't get into it unless you have cool glasses.
It's the 90% blind club.
Shut up.
No, the other important thing we need to tell everyone about is our wonderful trip to Steak and Shake today.
Oh my God. Can we say the name of the restaurant on this?
Steak and Shake?
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Steak and Shake on Georgesville Road. They sponsored this whole thing. They gave us milkshakes and everything.
That would explain why this podcast will crash and burn.
Yep.
Just like Steak and Shake.
We have technical difficulties because Steak and Shake can't get their shit together.
Steak and Shake is...
Steak and Shake,
Ugh.
what their logo on the old, like, timey photos in the restaurant was like, it's in sight, then it's right. Just because Steak and Shake is on the corner, that means you should go there.
I wish I knew what you were talking about.
It was behind your head.
You're so tickled.
There was like
It's
a big
inside.
black and white photo of like the first Steak and Shake. And on the
Oh.
banner of it, it said, it's in sight, it must be right. You can see the building, so that's where you're getting food.
Okay, well, no. We
And
walked
then
in.
Hold on, there was like another poster, like a 1950s poster of like a lady and like a white, it's like a nurse's thing, but not a nurse.
With the old Steak and
The
Shake
old
hats
Steak
and
and
stuff?
Shake, yeah, like that. With like a tray with a milkshake on it. It said Steak and Shake, it's a meal.
Does that constitute a meal for you?
It's a meal. It doesn't say anything about the quality
Straight to the point. No.
or the time
no.
it takes for you to get it,
They
because
have-
none of that's guaranteed.
They don't know about that. That's not
No.
the fucking point. It's there. Get it. Or
I feel
don't.
like we got Steak and Shake's message across. Thank you, Steak and Shake, for sponsoring
Thank you,
this
Steak and Shake,
episode.
so much. So we walked into Steak and Shake, and I mean, it just smelled like trash.
It did.
It smelled like actual trash.
And I love when you walk and you get on like a tile floor, and your like shoes kind of like turn a little bit because it's so greasy on the floor that you
Yeah.
kind of start to lose your footing. If you stood there too long, like you'd start to do the splits. You know what I mean?
I guess.
So you got to keep moving so you don't
Yeah.
slip and fall.
Yeah.
That was good. I liked that part.
I didn't really notice that part because I was so overwhelmed by the trash smell. And so she was like, breakfast or lunch, and she said it really quietly, and so I didn't really know what she said, and so I just stared at her like a fucking idiot.
No, she said lunch or dinner.
No, she said breakfast or lunch.
She said lunch or dinner. Oh, I'm sorry. Breakfast or lunch.
Oh, maybe that's why I looked at her like a fucking idiot the first time.
No, she was totally wrong the first time.
Oh my god. Okay, so we chose lunch because that's the only reason we went there was because
Because-
everywhere else had breakfast and we wanted lunch
Taco Bell had breakfast. Chipotle was closed.
until
The
10:45, and it was 10:20.
The
And let me
Mexican
just say,
food truck was closed, which was disappointing.
we should have waited.
We should have waited to go
Oh
to
my
Chipotle.
God.
Would have been much better.
But we went to Steak and Shake, and so we chose lunch. And she walked us to a greasy little booth,
Mm-hmm.
and I really had to potty. So I went to the bathroom, and that was my first mistake. Well, that was like the third mistake. One of the first mistakes was ever thinking Steak and Shake, but that's whatever. Neither here nor there, because we're at Steak and Shake now. And so I go into the bathroom, and I'm just overwhelmed with, like, it just smells like shit. Like, if it smelled like trash in the front, it smells like shit in the bathroom. And they always say, like, if you go to a restaurant, like, look at their bathroom first. And that is, like, the, whatever, what's the word?
Hallmark, maybe? Good sign?
No,
Indicator?
indicator, but there's the status,
Cleanliness?
yes, whatever. I'm going to remember it later. The cleanliness,
Quality?
whatever. No, the quality of the bathroom tells you how the quality of the whole fucking restaurant is. And I mean, I saw it, I smelled it, and I was like, yeah, no, I shouldn't be in here. I should go home. But we had already kind of gone in and committed. So I, pottied. And then when I washed my hands, there was like a piece of something in the sink.
It looked like a
I took pictures and showed him.
chewed and regurgitated
Oh.
fry
Or a piece of cheese or something.
or a piece of cheese.
Oh, and there was a shit stain on like the side
Like on the tile in the
in the
stall, right?
Yeah. And then in the men's bathroom there was like
Oh yeah.
fuzzies, hairs, and pee and
There
whatever.
was like a full shaving amount of pubes
Oh my god.
on the toilet rim.
But anyways,
And there was some sort of fabric thing in the trash can. Like
oh yeah, there was like a weird black strap.
there's like a black strap coming out of the trash can in the bathroom.
Someone's missing their strap.
It was oh god. It was just super gross.
It was so gross. So, anyways,
The whole time you're in the bathroom, I'm sitting at the table. And then you come back to the bathroom and we talk for a second about what we might end up getting.
Mhm.
And no one has come to our table yet.
oh, I didn't know. Well, they are always slow. It is Steak and Shake.
It is.
I don't expect that's the thing. I don't expect the best service at Steak and Shake. It's fine. It's Steak and Shake. But whatever.
It's true.
So
I wasn't upset about that. I just noticed it. I observed
yeah,
it.
it was a while. We did order a birthday cake milkshake, and it was really good.
Yeah.
So we'll give them that. But when we finally ordered our food,
What'd you get?
I ordered what was it? Something like Wisconsin onion, grilled
Wisconsin
onion,
butter burger.
whatever. It was supposed to have grilled onions on it. That's the whole point.
It had
And
one.
In the
kind of
picture, though,
grilled
it was
onion.
full of these grilled onions on the burger.
Oh,
Oh, it
yeah.
looked so good. When she brought it out, I opened the top, and it was like 2 little onions in the center.
They look like they just got wet too.
So gross. So I decide, hey, you know what? I'm going to just put some A1 on this shit because that's going to make it taste good because whatever. I'm not a complainer when we go out. I'm not a complainer. It's fine.
And it was kind of nice that there was already A1 on the table.
Oh, yeah, there was already A1 on the table. Well, I grabbed the A1 and it's fucking empty.
Yeah.
It's like disgustingly empty. It's like got the stuff, you know, the brown crispy shit on the tip.
Mm-hmm.
The tip.
The tip.
So it was just like really nasty. And
You
so
just lick that off.
Ew. No. And so Jake, he went and he got me another one from a different table.
Because I'm a gentleman.
Like a gentleman. And so I'm like, you know, it's fine. And I take the A1, the new one that he got from the table, and I opened it. And I start, you know, with A1, you have to shake it and hold it down so it comes out, and some stuff came out.
These hand motions are killing me.
So the A1 started coming out, and then a whole ass fry fell
a whole
out
fry.
of the fucking A1 thing.
It was a long fry.
on like
It
the
was-
long skinny steak and shake fries onto my burger.
It was edge to edge as long as your burger.
Oh, and it just and like literally right after I did that, the lady came back with my soup that she took forever to bring, and I'm just staring at it. I don't even know what to say. And Jake, you saved the day. You like told her.
Oh, I was like, yeah, excuse me. She just tried to put A1 on her sandwich.
Tried.
And a whole fry came out of the bottle. And she looked down at your sandwich and saw the fry, which it was a long fry, but
And
it was not as skinny as the other fries because it had absorbed
all
the
the
A1.
A1. It was so gross.
I don't know how long that's been in.
Oh, and she looked at it. She's like, oh.
She's like, oh.
She's like, yeah, let me get you a new burger. And then she had my soup, though, still. And she was like, you want oysters or regular crackers? I'm like, oyster crackers. And she didn't take the plate.
No.
She just left it.
I just shoved it off to the side. It's
Like,
fine.
whatever. And
We
then,
you finally got your new one.
oh, yeah, after you were, like, done with all of your food.
Yeah.
And
I'm not waiting for you to eat. You
I
had
w-
soup.
So what I was thinking was, like, that maybe since they had to remake this one, maybe this time they were going to put the correct, proper amount of onions on it. So I lift the top again, and no, there's not the proper amount of onions on it. But
Nope.
there is something weird on the top bun. And I was like, maybe it's a weird see-through onion, you know? And I pick it up, and it's not. It's the paper that comes on the beef patties when they cook it.
The tissue paper that like separates them.
Yep.
in the
Yep.
fridge.
And Jake's like, it was already all over it before. It's fine. And I'm like, you know what? You're right.
No, I said that after you were like, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was like, fuck it. I'm hungry. And
I
she
was just
did.
supporting you.
She did bring a new bottle of A1, but I still poured it on a plate and then spread it.
Yeah.
Because, I
You
mean,
gotta
once
be
you've
safe.
been burned once.
She the new bottle of A1 was new. You had to crack the seal. That was.
Yeah. I should have taken it home.
We should have. dude.
my
We totally
prize.
should have. Then we no one can put any fucking fries in there anymore.
Oh my God. And then they still charged me.
Yeah,
For the
and I went
burger.
to pay, and
Oh, yeah. You didn't tell me. Did you
the
say
lady was
anything?
like, "How was everything?" And I just laughed. And she looked at me kind of funny, and I was like, "Everything's fine now. We got a burger. Like we got all of our food fixed, but there was a whole fry in the A1 bottle,
a whole fry.
A whole fry?
Oh my God.
and my wife dumped it on her sandwich." And the lady, like, her mouth was just open. And I was like, it's fine. We got a new one, and we've eaten, and everything's okay. And our waitress was great. She was wonderful. Like, she did nothing wrong. She was absolutely awesome. But, yeah, that was ridiculous. Who puts a fry in the A1 bottle?
It's so gross.
And she goes, these people, oh, my God. So
Okay.
if you're the motherfucker that put that fry in that bottle, they know.
Fuck you.
They talk shit about you.
And also, I guess this kind of like shows that we're like the biggest pushovers in the world because anyone else would have like gotten free food.
Yeah.
But I just don't see the point.
No, I left like a 40% tip for the waitress too.
She really dealt with, and she had like that whole restaurant by herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no one else, and she was great. It wasn't her fault.
She did a wonderful job.
But damn.
Unless she put that fucking fry in there.
She's like, oh, when she saw it, she was like, oh God, I did that like last month. I was playing with my friends. We got high. It was like 3 a.m.
They do smoke weed out in that parking lot.
I know they do. They're open 24 hours.
Yeah, when I worked at O'Charlie's down the street, you could smell it.
This episode brought to you by O'Charlie's.
O'Charlie's. It's dirty, it's greasy, and if you're allergic to peanuts, don't even touch the door. The whole place is just covered in peanuts and peanut oil. It's terrible. You'll die. Don't go to O'Charlie's.
Thank you, O'Charlie's.
Thank you. I had to read that. That was scripted.
Yeah, I remember they gave it to us.
My ad reads are getting better. I've been practicing all week.
You're doing really good. I'm so proud of you.
But the French fry in the A1 bottle brings us to one of our favorite things
ever
in the world.
It's chaotic energy.
Chaotic energy. Just spotting the chaotic energy that people have. This isn't like auras.
No.
I'm not like reading your palms. It's not tea leaves or something. But when somebody has like a chaotic energy about them, it's obvious.
Yeah. Like putting a French fry in an A1 sauce bottle.
Like that's kid's day was nuts. I guarantee it.
Yeah, that's some chaotic energy.
Yeah. That might have been the only meal he had that day.
That month.
He probably doesn't eat a lot.
He probably doesn't know.
And he probably doesn't receive a lot of hugs or affection.
You've probably seen that kid, and he probably had chaotic energy. You just didn't know what to call it. And we're letting you know.
It's chaotic. Like, he's like the 16-year-old kid that smells like cigarettes and doesn't smoke. That kid. That kid put the fucking French fry in the A1 bottle.
That's really not fair, because I was that kid for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You were suspect.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Do I have chaotic energy?
You might have.
Do we attract the chaotic
There's ways
people
back.
because of the chaotic energy that we put off?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, no. I never thought of that.
I need someone to observe me. Call me out of my bullshit.
Hello.
Yeah, let me know when I'm being chaotic.
There was actually, I think, the best example of chaotic energy this week when I was driving home.
Yeah.
And so driving home, there's a turn. I remember now. I was like, why isn't he reacting? There's a turn you have to make, and by the turn, there's like a bunch of apartment complexes right there, and there's this big, what's it, like an electrical box? It's like green. So there was a car in front of me that went past the turn, or no, he did make the turn. I don't remember anymore. But whatever. Also, across from the electrical box is a pond with like a bunch of ducks and geese and stuff. So whatever. There's a car in front of me, and then there's a guy by the electrical box.
On your right.
Yeah, on the right. And I see the car in front of me. He starts going past the guy, and the guy, he just like stands straight up, and he puts his like hand over his eyes, and it looks like he could be peering across to the pond to look at the ducks.
Baseball cap.
Like he needs a baseball cap.
Or a pair of sunglasses.
And, yeah, and he had neither of those, so of course that could have been a logical reason. That's what I'm thinking. Whatever. So the car in front of me turns or goes straight, I don't remember. And so I get up close to the guy, and he still has his hand over his eyes, and I realize that his fingers aren't in the middle of his hand like he's peering. They're like over on the right, and the thumb is like tucked in like he's about to give a fucking salute. And he's standing straight up, and I'm like, what? No. And so I go past him, and I take my turn, which is like, right next to that electrical box. And I look at him in like my rear view, like after I take the turn, and he just does it. Comes all the way straight down, like, whoop, like at ease, boys. And then he just goes on his fucking way.
At ease, boys.
I don't know. He just like saluted us. He saluted the cars that drove past him. It was so chaotic. It was weird. I called you immediately.
Now, was this 15-year-old boy?
No, oh no. It would have made a little bit more sense. Maybe not 15, but like a 6-year-old or some shit, playing around. This was an old-ass man. This was a grown-ass man. He was like...
He had like whites in his hair, right?
Yeah, like gray hair.
Gray hair.
Big old jacket. He was
Grown
old.
up.
He was grown. He was
Been
grown as
grown.
shit. He was older than us.
Now, let's explain the nature of his chaotic energy.
This one was weird.
What was he kind of wearing?
It was like a kind of like a big This is what I remember. Like a big green jacket kind of thing, and
Oh, that makes sense.
right? But it wasn't camo, like I saw it. Like
Like I was already picturing that because of how you told the story.
right. Well, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
And then his pants they weren't like extra baggy, but they were baggy. I don't know. He looked dirty.
He looked dirty, standing by the electrical boxes. This makes sense. I'm going to guess he probably doesn't have regular access to a car.
So that's why he salutes them when he sees them, like, oh, I want you.
Just
or
respect.
something.
Just, just thanks
Oh,
for
you
being
got
a
a car?
Thanks for doing your thing. I appreciate your service.
I like when your bitch ass drives around that corner.
And
know.
he salutes strangers
It's weird. Have you ever been saluted like that?
in the daytime.
In the bright daylight. And I was scared.
Yeah.
We live in a nice neighborhood.
Yep.
That was crazy.
What's he doing there?
Saluting people that drive by. But I don't think that's the other thing. When, I drove away, he didn't stay there. He started walking away.
Oh, he's waiting for you.
He was, that's creepier. and he must have been, because he didn't just salute the car in front of me and then leave. He waited for me.
Oh, my God.
Was this a scare tactic? I'm scared.
This is...
I feel attacked.
He probably knows the guy that I saw. They're probably friends.
What guy did you see?
I went to Dollar General, which
Oh.
is like the breeding grounds for chaotic energy.
Yes, that's not a good place.
Dollar General, you got people who are just driving by and they're like, oh, I forgot something. And they run in and they get it from Dollar General. And then you get people who go into Dollar General with shopping carts. They use they fill a shopping cart in Dollar General.
I mean, hey, don't judge the hustle.
And I think they do that so that they can take the shopping cart home
Wow.
because they live behind the Dollar General.
Stop it.
But the guy that I saw was the older brother of the French fry in the A1.
You think?
I know
Ugh.
he smoked, and I know that he reeked of cigarette smoke
Okay.
because there was a half-smoked cigarette behind his ear. Half-smoked. He looked unkempt and unshowered
Of
as
course.
well.
Of course.
But it was so important for him to get into this Dollar General that he could not finish half of a cigarette. And he had to put it behind his ear. He doesn't have a box. He doesn't have a box of cigarettes to return that half.
No, he had to throw it in the most convenient spot before he went into Dollar General.
No, he never bought one. He bummed that cigarette.
Oh. I didn't think of that.
And he wasn't there to buy cigarettes.
What was he getting?
I don't even remember. I think he got like a Mountain Dew and I don't know, some like extraneous, like a bag of chips or something like that, some sort of snack.
Oh.
But that was so important that he couldn't finish that half a cigarette.
He had to get it. He only had so much time. He probably didn't drive, and whoever was giving him a ride was like, you only got me for 10 more minutes.
It's true.
Which, that would be chaotic. That'd be a chaotic lifestyle, so.
No, and when I left, I saw him walking just in like a diagonal direction away. There are roads and paths for people to walk on, and he was just
Are there?
Yeah. Like behind the Dollar General, there's like a path.
Oh, okay. I thought you
And
meant
then-
like in general.
In Dollar General.
Shut up.
And he was just walking in a direction away from the Dollar General, ignoring all walked paths of life.
Yeah, so he's off the beaten path.
And he was looking down.
You
I
should
don't
strive
think,
to be more like him.
I don't think he thought about where he was going before he started walking.
You know what it was?
That's what it looked like.
Maybe he also had to bum cigarettes from people, or lighters, and like maybe what, you know what I'm saying? So like whoever he had got the cigarette and the lighter from, the cigarette went out, and then he was like, whatever, I need to get something to drink and something to eat to deal with my oral fixation since I can't light this fucking cigarette.
That's possible.
I don't know. I'm just trying to give him a story.
A lighter's cheaper than that Mountain Dew, though.
I feel like he was less chaotic than my guy.
I mean, a little less, sure. Oh, what I didn't mention was the 2 teardrops below his eyes.
Oh yes. Oh,
and
yes.
the pencil thin cross on his cheek.
Oh, what?
Yeah. And it wasn't just like a little tiny like Lil Wayne's cross. It was like from his, like the corner of his eye to like down to where his lips are. Like it was like the length of his face.
Was that like the same side of his teardrops?
Yeah.
Oh.
I only saw one side of his face, and there were 3 tattoos.
Was he white or black?
He was white.
Of course he was.
And I saw his fingers and his hands, and it was just
You saw his fingers in his hands?
fingers and his hands.
If you saw his fingers, you probably saw his hands. I'm just saying that was...
He had a jacket
You just
on.
didn't have to say that.
Anyway,
I just want you to be a little bit better with your time management.
couldn't even make sense of the amount of tattoos that were on that small part of his body.
So he pays for tattoos, but not for cigarettes.
Or lighters.
Or cars.
Or real food.
What were his shoes like?
Or they're very old and dirty.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure they were name brand shoes.
Gosh, we should stop talking shit. Like, we don't look great.
No, we don't look great. But
I mean, I
when
ate that
we're-
burger.
when but when we're in a place, we look like we intended to go to that place.
That's true.
And we look like we know how we're leaving that place.
Yeah, we look that way at least.
Because it's off-putting to people when it's weird that you're there.
Yeah. I remember the one girl, though, that we saw together.
Dancing across from the family
She
video.
wasn't... We weren't sure if she was dancing. She was dancing or squaring up.
Yeah, it was like a mix of both. Like if she was like practicing for a rap battle
Or a fight.
or a fight
Or both.
or a rap fight.
It was creepy.
The fight rap club that she's in. Dressed still in her Little Caesars outfit.
Yes, she was
She
definitely
just
getting
left
off
work.
Yes, and she
Wasn't
was
even
about to,
out of eyesight of work, and she was acting
She
like a
was-
lunatic.
She was doing it and by herself. There
Like
was no one
shadow
else
boxing.
there. I thought she could be dancing, but I'm like, no, like no one dances like
yeah,
that.
right in front of the church. And
She was
there's-
at the bus stop.
there is a bus stop there?
Yeah,
Okay.
she was a few feet away from it
Oh,
because
she wasn't
kept
standing
moving.
at. Okay, yeah. I guess you sort of migrate when you're shadow boxing, don't you?
It was so creepy.
Yeah,
That was chaotic.
it was. And who, like, she had nothing with her.
No, she didn't.
No headphones.
No,
No, this was all in her head.
it was so
She
weird.
didn't even have a backpack.
I think she just had a jacket or something.
Yeah, she was just. That's it. Just what was on her person.
Something.
I feel like she got dropped off there.
Well, no, she got off work. She walked there.
It just looked like she was in the middle of doing something and then it got interrupted.
Yeah, that was.
What's your plan?
I
What's
don't
the
think
rest of her day look like, do you think?
probably a lot like that.
Do you think she's going to go meet the lady with the purple hair that walks up and down
Oh no.
that same street?
Well, I don't know if she's gonna meet that lady just because that girl that was shadowboxing, she looked like about 15.
Yeah, no, she was very young.
That's the crazier part about it. So
How do you get that much amount of like lunatic in you at such a young age?
she's screwed.
Oh my god.
We'll see her walking down the street with purple hair one day. But
I
no,
hope so.
the purple hair lady, I like her.
She's 62?
Oh God, she is so. Who dyes her hair? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, who does
Because
it?
it looks good
No.
when she gets it dyed.
It looked real. That was a very electric purple.
Yeah, like it was not
Yeah.
shitty. Roots weren't showing. She looked great.
No, like, and
And
the
then
color
she-
came out really good because her real hair is white
Yeah, no.
because she's that old.
You can see like all her bones like popping out, and she walks down the street. I think that she makes that noise.
She can't hold still. She can't not
She ain't got
speak
no
or make
teeth.
noise. No teeth.
Oh my God.
Guaranteed.
Oh, there's something about her.
And
She stomps.
she does. She stomps. I think she thinks if she doesn't put her foot back on the ground, it might not ever get there.
I think she thinks she might float away.
She lifts up that foot, doesn't stomp it back down. That's it. She's gone.
She's not part of this earth, y'all.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
And it's electric purple,
It's
but there
so
is no
purple.
ponytail. There is no braid. It's just in the wind. It's just whatever. How she woke up today.
Yeah. Who does it? I want to know her friends.
I don't know. Maybe
I never see her with
maybe-
anyone.
Maybe before the drugs, she was a hairdresser.
Oh, that that stuck with her. Not how
Yeah.
to walk, but how to do hair.
Yeah. She got real juiced up one night. She's like, I'm gonna do purple. She got it done. Now she's flaunting it down Norton.
She's about to go see Maurice.
Maurice,
He likes that hair.
he does. his half-smoked cigarette.
Oh, that's Maurice.
Yeah, it's her grandson.
Oh, he's mean to her.
He got a Mountain Dew and chips, but she didn't get shit.
He treats her like she's the fuck up.
Right. At least I'm not on meth, Mom. Grandma.
Grandma.
It's confusing to him because his mom wasn't there.
Grandma, what's her name?
I don't know.
Stacy.
Stacy. Grandma Stacy.
Grandma Stacy raised him
Oh my God.
on corn nuts.
Corn nuts. Dude, we live in a great neighborhood.
I love this place. Never change, Galloway. Never change.
I'm going to be sad because I don't know if we're going to have enough. We're going to see enough crazy people to have a list next week.
Why are you sad?
I don't know. Maybe,
We'll see it.
maybe we should move to the hilltop.
No.
I'm sure the people watching is phenomenal.
Do you know, really quick though, before we go, just like a fact, because you were talking about the hilltop. In Ohio, Franklinton and Hilltop are like one of the two like places of the whole state of Ohio with the lowest life expectancy.
What a great statistic.
Did you know that?
I did it.
Oh, it's crazy. I saw it on the news and I was like,
Did
damn.
they attribute that to anything?
They said less opportunities for healthcare. And I was like, you mean lots of drugs and
Yeah.
prostitution and gangbanging. And there's a shooting every other day in the hilltop. There was like three, like that same news day, there was like 3 found dead in like a house on the hilltop. It's ridiculous.
You know why?
I don't know.
You don't?
No, why?
It's because
I'm telling you don't.
if you go enough years in a row without getting your flu shot, you shoot people. They don't have health care. They can't get their benefits filled. They got nothing.
Benefits filled. Can I have secret time with you?
Secret time.
I haven't had a flu shot since I was like 9.
Yeah, I know that's the joke. Neither have I.
We are bad people.
They're attributing it to the wrong thing.
Oh, well, they didn't want to say it, I don't think, on the news. Like,
Yeah.
half of the people on the news
No,
are
they're
like,
scared to say the real shit.
like, we from the hilltop. Oh, shit.
Yeah, there ain't enough health care around here. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
you know what it is that we don't have the same opportunities.
And, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah, shit.
So, hey, ain't that right?
Ain't that right, Stacy?
Nah, let's bring him over here. Hey, Sean!
What?
It's the dude that's off camera that he knows walking down the street.
Wugga.
Ain't no health care, huh?
I mean, no healthcare around here.
Oh, God.
Go get Maurice.
We should move.
Yeah, they're like flooding in. It's like an influx, I think. We're not that far away.
We have 28 more years, babe. 29.
Do you
Get
think
out of here.
that we're staying here for the whole 30 years of our loan?
We made a commitment.
You don't have to. That's the beauty of it. You don't have to stick to it.
I think we should.
No.
I think it's
I'm
Bill's
not staying
character.
here until I'm like 50.
I want to.
It's too small
I
for a
want.
family.
I want to start a family, and I want that family to have like a reasonable fear of the outside world.
We'll just take them down to the hilltop every now and then at night.
Just when they're bad, tell them we're gonna get like ice cream, and then just drive them through the hilltop.
Yeah, but make them walk and follow us.
No, just like right when we get down there, take off all the window controls for them, roll all the windows down, and play our music really loud. Our music, the music we like.
Oh, like George
really loud.
Michael?
Like George Michael in the
September?
hilltop.
Well, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth,
They
Wind,
might
and
get
Fire.
down with that.
They might get down with that. That's a universal song.
Who doesn't like Earth, Wind, and Fire? Like, please.
How about like Hey There, Delilah?
I don't even like that song.
I know, but that'll they'll come out of their apartments.
With guns.
Yeah.
No. You want us to die too?
No.
Oh.
We probably went to high school with them, so it'd be chill.
Stop. This episode brought to you by the Hilltop.
The whole thing.
The whole fucking thing.
All of them.
We gave them health care for this.
We're going to have to burn this on a CD so that they have access to play
I
it.
thought you were going to say we were going to have to burn this. And I was like, yes. Oh, yeah, they don't have equal opportunities to listen to the podcast.
No health care, no internet.
No computers.
Maybe they can go to their local Boost Mobile.
They all got phones. They all got iPhones. So fuck that.
The Boost Mobile plan is shit, though.
I've never had that.
It's sketchy.
Yeah.
That's why it's in like rundown stores, and a lot of them are just a table. It's a table with somebody who works for Boost
Those
Mobile.
are the salespeople. Stop it.
I know, but that's like their franchise, is that picnic table.
A lot of places.
I bet I could invest in a Boost Mobile store today.
Do it.
$150. Bet it costs less than $150 to buy my own Boost Mobile.
Do it. And then we can make money off of that?
No, they're not profitable.
They have to be. They're still around.
They open and close all the time.
Different fronts, but Boost Mobile is still around.
Right, so if you're not running drugs through your Boost Mobile, what are you doing? I'm not about to start dealing drugs.
Come on. We can make some shell companies.
It's nothing to do with Boost Mobile. It's just people understand that that's where Boost Mobile goes, and I can use it to run my drugs.
All right. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, just do it. See what happens. Why not? You make it sound so fucking easy.
Because I'm going to have heroin in 2 weeks. I'm going to own...
Why's it gotta be heroin?
Because it's going to get out of control fast.
Like some crack.
Weird characters are going to show up to my Boost Mobile's picnic table.
We'll fit right in. We know all
true.
about that.
We'll interview all of them.
Okay.
That's next week. This week I'm going to buy a Boost Mobile franchise.
Yes.
And next week we're going to have interviews with our brand new customers with our Get Rich Quick scheme.
We should also get some employees. We're gonna have to.
I mean, I'm sure the dogs
some
would
hitters.
do fine.
We'll have our little,
Some hitters.
you know, the hitters.
The hitters. It's the...
I watched Drugs Inc. once, and now I know all about it.
The dude who owns the drugs and makes the majority of the money and holds it all, gives small packets of it to hitters to run out to the
In
people.
phones.
In phones.
In phones.
To run out to the people who are going to buy it, and then he runs back to the big guy and gives him the money, and then he gets another pack of drugs to go sell to another person.
So who are we in this scenario? Are we the big guys?
We're the big guys.
Hell yeah.
But all we have are shitty cell phones and the worst contract.
Okay, but we're gonna put the drugs
Or
in the
no
phones.
contract. I don't know how Boost Mobile works.
Is it no
I
contract?
have no idea.
That sounds like the best deal.
Is it like a, we'll give you a phone, but you got to return it kind of thing? I don't know.
We'll give you a phone, but you have to run these drugs for us. Kind of thing.
That's it. Oh, all right. We have a plan for next week.
All right, good.